Hello everyone, this is Muhammad Kashif Rashid from Birla Institute of Technology, Mr. Ranchi. Today here to discuss about the hotel front desk and what are the function of front desk. So let's go with the front desk. This is the where guests register, request informations and services, relate complaints, settle their accounts and do checkout for the guest. It is prominently located in the hotel lobby area. The length may vary according to the number of rooms in hotel. What are the main functions of the front desk? It is actually assigning of rooms and registration of arriving guests according to the established procedures, handling of guest room keys, mails, cables, parcels, messages, etc. Serving as a communication center for the guest while he or she is registered in the hotel, providing the needed information not only about the hotel facilities and services but points of interest like post office, flight schedules, areas of entertainment, tourist spot, etc. Controlling and updating of room status rack. Preparation and maintenance of reports or records pertinent to the guest stay in the hotel. Submission of night sales report indicating the number of rooms sold, vacant rooms, average rate, total revenue, occupancy rate, etc. Coordination with other departments in the performance of its function, especially with the housekeeping and accounting section. So here the front desk that do that generally that it is assigning of rooms whenever guest is registering for the stay in the hotel according to established procedures, handling of guest room keys, mails, cables, parcels, messages if any coming from outside from the hotel, any kind of parcel, so that received from the front desk and the front desk is giving to the bell desk and the bell desk staff is going to the guest room and they will just give it to the guest. It is service as a communication. It can be as a main communication center for the guest while he or she residing in the hotel. It is the place where the concierge providing the needed information, but not only about the hotel facilities and services, but like if the guest wants to know about the area of interest like any kind of movie, any kind of picnic spot, traveling spots, place, etc. It is generally the main thing is that the control and updating of room status rack means if the guest is anyone guest who is going to check in, so the person in the front desk, he will just informing to the housekeeping department so that they can ready their room for what they are coming to stay. Thank you. Hello everyone. This is Muhammad Kashif Rashid from Birla Institute of Technology, Mr. Ranchi. Here to discuss about front office equipments. Now, what are the major front office equipments we are using in the operation of front office? Here you can see as the picture says. Now let's go with one by one. Equipments. Various equipments used by front office department which makes the hotel operation easy and systematic. There are several equipments used in front office department. Now the modern era has been arrived, so the computer system is must. In the earlier days, we were using room rack, key rack, registration rack, reservation rack, voucher rack, folio rack, and EPABX, that is Electronic Private Automated Branch Exchange. As you can see, there is a picture of rack which was using in the earlier days for using this room rack, key rack, and for what they just keep these all the envelopes and the registration racks, registration papers in these racks, and they just keep to update all the time. But now as the modern era and the more high technology era is here, so now everyone using the computer system. So let's go with the computer system. Although now the industry is moving on with the flow of the high technology era where each and every work is done through the computer system. As you can understand, now it's 21st century and everyone wants to work easily and every organization wants to work done very easily and very fastly so that guests cannot have to wait over there. So that's why we are using now the computer system which is done fully automated basis, and as in the last video I have said about the fully automated system that comes under the computer systems. Now let's go with room rack. Earlier it was considered as the most important part of front office department. equipments. But now the all rack have become the concise window of property management systems. So as I have said earlier, it was all using by the wooden rack, but now that has become an concise and the very equivalence window of property management system. Property management systems we'll discuss later about it, but now I can give you the brief. It is a system, it is a software which uses by hotel. Its generally work is that manage all the operations as per the rule, as per the policy. Let's go with key rack. A key rack is an array of numbered compartments used to store guest room keys. As you can see, in the earlier days, they were using local keys, like as you can see the picture that it shows the keys, the actual keys which was using, and now we're using lock and key. But now the era is all hotels are using an electronic keys, the chip card keys, where does not need to hang the keys. We just update the key while arriving the guest in the check-in procedure. We just make the keys from the key machine generate, and just generate the key and just give it to the guest, so that we should not have to again hang the keys anywhere if the guest is going outside, so that we have to take the keys and just again I have to give. So there's no need. Reservation rack. Rack which store the reservation rack slips or registration cards for anticipated arrivals. As I have said, it was all in the earlier days. So here you can see this picture, that is, it shows about the application of PMS, that every information has been picked up, has been kept in these folders, and these all folders can show anywhere in the PMS system. EPABX, EPABX. What is this? Historically, an important piece of equipment controlling phone service at hotels with more than 40 rooms was the switchboard or private branch exchange. EPABX. This equipment takes inbound calls to the hotel. EPABX operator console. The hotel operator send these calls onto particular extensions or stations lines. This might be kitchen, guest room, concierge, room service, and many other areas. As it was in the earlier days, it was an important piece of equipment in the front office. And now what is the function of it? That you can see this picture and you may understand very easily that there is a one PBX controller, and the thing is that it can be goes to a single call, can transfer to the many users. As you can see, there's a user 1, 2, user 3, 4, 5. Understand? Like so, if the guest wants to call in the department, so there may be a call is coming from outside of the hotel to the hotel, so it will go to the operator, and they will be having interaction with the that caller and the hotel operator, and then they will connect this call to wherever the caller wants to talk. And if there is any kind of thing like the hotel staff is calling to connect with their staff, like I'm calling from kitchen to the F&B outlet, so we will call to operate, and then this call will directly goes to the kitchen or the front office or the any other department which we want to communicate. As you can see here, there is a PSTN, personal switch telephone network. So what happens that if any guest wants to call outside, so they have to call first the operator, then they have to give you their number. Or there may be in some hotels now what happens that they are using a system that they just took out the receiver, just take the receiver, and there will be directly call will be connected to the operator, and there they can suggest or they can have their help from wherever they want. And now what happens that this kind of thing is happening, that where they just receive the receiver, and then this call goes to operator, and then they have to say the number, that this is the number, please try to connect this call, and then they connect. So this is all about EPABX. Other equipments is like signboard, newspaper magazine stand, railings, luggage trolley by the bill desk, telephone, fax machine, printer, magnetic strip reader, cash counting and scanner, Xerox and scanner. As you can understand that what are these things are using for what? Signboard for the guest help. If there's any kind of function is going on in the banquet, so the signboard may help. Newspaper and magazine stand is must in the front desk. Railings, which is used generally this is used for the cashier, so that there should not be too much crowd. Luggage trolley used by the bell desk. Telephone for the communication. Fax machine for the communication. Printer for the stationery. magnetic strip reader for the credit card or ATM cards for use their cash if there's a using by card payment, cash counting machine and scanner, Xerox and scanner. Now here's the some pictures: the newspaper stand, magnetic strip card, the signboard, fax machine and the telephone. Thank you.